Greetings. Today I wanted to tell you how it got better for me. When I decided to reveal my homosexuality to my parents 12 years ago, this fall, I was worried. But on that level, they continue to be supportive of me all the way. After all, my parents have always championed LGBT rights of all sorts, even before I came out. For a long time, I simply couldn't understand how anyone, someone's best friend or family, could ever bully or eject them from their home simply because they were gay, bisexual, or transgendered. That was until I met Phil. He was a very gentle and kindly human being. He was a decade or so older than I, but shared my deep interest in photography. He also made beautiful walking sticks that he sold across the state of Maine where we both lived. As I came to know Phil better after I first met him in 2004, I began to learn of the fact that his family background had a very religiously bigoted element in it against his own homosexuality. And he had dealt with both sexual abuse from a relative and an adult onset of OCD disorder. He was also a deeply devout Christian himself, but that divided him on matters of same-sex marriage and gay rights in general. It hurt and terrified me to hear him say these things. Over time, he and I began to lose touch. He moved continuously throughout the state, and each time, further and further into its isolated regions. One December day in 2009, I visited his Facebook profile to wish him a Merry Christmas. A friend had posted up that Phil had passed away. I began asking my mutual friends what had happened, and after a long and silent holiday season that year, they revealed to me that Phil had in fact committed suicide. Phil's tragic end was something I had a hard time dealing with, and I thought I'd never get over it. I suppose in many ways I still haven't. What's gotten better for me is that it became evident that I could use this experience to help other people, especially young people. And that's what I'd like to do today in this video. Now, I'm a gay man, unemployed, and living with clinical anxiety. Of course, that doesn't take away from the fact that I feel like one of the luckiest people on earth that my sexual orientation did not destroy my relationship with anybody in my family. What does sadden me is that even to this day, too many young LGBT people, in my area and throughout the world it seems, are still being bullied at school and rejected by parents and family simply because of who they are. There are many community outreach services for people today that didn't exist in the past, and I strongly encourage such young people to make use of these valuable services whenever possible. Yet there are many places across America where a lot of young LGBT people grew up and continue to live that are rural areas where such outreach is either unavailable or very far away. Where I live, some of these small communities have homophobic and bigoted people in positions of power, high positions of power. Without outreach and support, their friends and family might not see it. But each of these people holding themselves back have the potential to possibly wind up with a future similar to the outcome of where my dear departed friend Phil, life came to an end. It's very important to nurture young people in the present. It's even more important to nurture young people for their future. And if one such person is of a religious faith, I strongly encourage you above all other things, to find a place of worship friendly to LGBT individuals in same-sex marriage. And so long as I have others in my position that can offer young LGBT people some type of incentive to live, even from afar, it will surely get better for all of them. Peace, long life, and thank you.